Alright basketball fans, the 2025 NBA playoffs are officially in full swing. And the Western Conference first round is already delivering some major storylines. Hard-fought battles, and unexpected twists. With games wrapping up through Sunday, we've got a clearer picture of how these initial matchups are unfolding. Let's dive into the key takeaways from the West so far in the march towards the NBA Finals. First up, one series in the Western Conference has already come to a definitive conclusion. The number 1 seeded Oklahoma City Thunder made quick work of their first-round opponent, the number 8 seeded Memphis Grizzlies. The Thunder became the first team in the league to advance to the second round, completing a dominant sweep and defeating the Grizzlies in just 4 games. That sends the young, exciting Thunder team moving on while Memphis's season comes to an end. In another intriguing matchup, the number 4 seeded Denver Nuggets are locked in a battle with the number 5 seeded LA Clippers. This series is proving to be a tight one, as the Nuggets managed to even things up after an exciting Game 4. That game, in particular, ended with a highlight reel moment, a game-winning buzzer beater from Aaron Gordon, securing the win for Denver and knotting the series at 2 games apiece. This one is shaping up to be a back-and-forth slugfest, living up to the hype of a 4-5 seed matchup. Now, let's turn our attention to a series that features the defending champions, the number 2 seeded Houston Rockets, who find themselves trailing against the number 7 seeded Golden State Warriors. The Warriors took a 2-1 lead in the series after winning Game 3 on Saturday with a 104-93 victory. What we learned from that game is that the Golden State Warriors have enough depth and resilience to win a playoff game even without one of their key players. They managed to secure that crucial Game 3 win without Jimmy Butler, who was sidelined with a deep glute contusion and is considered day-to-day. It was described as perhaps their gutsiest performance of the season, as they overcame a 13-point deficit. Stephen Curry responded to the challenge with a brilliant performance, putting up 36 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds, getting particularly hot in the third quarter. But crucially, other players stepped up in the fourth when the Warriors needed it most. Gary Payton too emerged with 16 points, including a run of 9 straight points at one point, benefiting from Houston focusing so much defensive attention on Curry. Buddy Hield also had one of his best games as a Warrior with 17 points and 5 three-pointers. Rookies like Quinton Post also contributed, with Post grabbing 12 rebounds after starting the game. Draymond Green anchored the Warriors' defense, clamping down on Houston's offense and holding key players like Jalen Green to just 9 points after he exploded for 38 in Game 2. The Rockets have shown an inability to consistently hurt Golden State on the offensive end in their 2 losses. Looking ahead to Game 4 on Monday night, what to watch for is Jimmy Butler's recovery and availability. His status will be closely monitored. The Warriors certainly felt his absence on offense in Game 3, particularly during a scoring lull in the second quarter. But Curry's brilliance compensated. Golden State is eyeing an opportunity to seize a 2-game lead in serious momentum in this series. According to analysis, if Butler is able to return for Game 4, Golden State has a real shot at pushing the defending champion Rockets to the brink of elimination. Finally, let's look at the series featuring the number 3 seeded Los Angeles Lakers, who find themselves in a tough spot against the number 6 seeded Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves took a commanding 3-1 lead in the series after defeating the Lakers 116-113 in Game 4 on Sunday night on the road. For the Lakers, this was described as a monumental missed opportunity. They failed to protect an early lead in Game 4 and went into halftime trailing. However, Coach J.J. Redick made a major lineup adjustment to start the third quarter, inserting Dorian Finney-Smith in place of Jackson Hayes. That group started the third with a powerful 14-0 run and fueled a strong quarter for the Lakers. But then came the controversial decision. Redick kept those same 5 players on the court for the entire 24 minutes of the second half. Despite a brilliant effort from LeBron James, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and Luka Doncic bouncing back with 38 points after his Game 3 stomach bug, Anthony Edwards outshined them both, scoring 24 of his 43 points after halftime. The Timberwolves dominated the fourth quarter, outscoring the Lakers 32-19 and winning the final 5-6 by a 19-9 margin to secure the victory. Turnovers were also an issue for the Lakers stars. Doncic had 4. James Chapter 3, including a crucial late inbound turnover. Rui Hachimura had his best game of the series with 23 points. And Austin Reeves added 17 in the second half. But his potential game-tying 3 missed at the buzzer. What to watch for in Game 5, set for Wednesday night in Los Angeles, is what kind of fight the Lakers have left in them. They put themselves in a position to win both games in Minnesota but couldn't close out either. They should get a lift from the home crowd at Crypto.com Arena. But the Timberwolves are a confident team and have already shown they're not intimidated by the atmosphere, having stolen Game 1 on the Lakers' home court. So, as we look across the Western Conference first round through Sunday's games, one series is already done with the Thunder advancing. One is tied up in a classic matchup between the Nuggets and Clippers, and 2 higher seeds, the defending champion Rockets and the Lakers, find themselves trailing lower seeds, with the Timberwolves pushing the Lakers to the very brink of elimination while the Warriors look to build on a gutty win without Butler. It promises to be an exciting week ahead in the NBA playoffs. Alright, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and the Western Conference first round is delivering plenty of intense action and compelling storylines as teams battle to advance. Let's get a rundown of where things stand in the West through Sunday, April 27th, based on the takeaways from ESPN insiders. First up, the series everyone is watching, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. After the Timberwolves secured a 116-113 win in Game 4 on Sunday, they now hold a commanding 3-1 series lead, putting the Lakers on the brink of elimination. ESPN's Dave McMenamin highlighted Minnesota's dominant fourth quarter, where they outscored the Lakers 32-19, as a key factor, calling it a monumental missed opportunity for Los Angeles. He also pointed to Lakers coach J.J. Redick's highly unconventional decision to play the same 5 players for the entire second half as a major storyline, noting the 14-0 run that started the third quarter with that lineup. Anthony Edwards was spectacular for Minnesota, scoring 24 of his 43 points after halftime. Looking ahead to Game 5 in Los Angeles on Wednesday, McMenamin says the big question is what kind of fight the Lakers have left, but notes the confident Timberwolves are unlikely to be intimidated by the home crowd. Moving to another heated series, the Golden State Warriors now lead the Houston Rockets 2-1 after their 104-93 victory in Game 3 on Saturday. Ohm Youngmisuk described this as perhaps the Warriors' gutsiest performance of the season, as they managed to win without their star, Jimmy Butler, overcoming a 13-point deficit. Stephen Curry led the way with 36 points, getting hot in the third quarter, and role players like Gary Payton II and Buddy Hield stepped up significantly. Draymond Green anchored the defense, holding Houston's offense in check. Michael C. Wright notes that the biggest thing to watch for Game 4 on Monday is Jimmy Butler's recovery and availability, as the Warriors look to potentially push the series to a 3-1 lead and gain serious momentum. In the other Western Conference series, the Oklahoma City Thunder became the first team to advance to the second round, sweeping the Memphis Grizzlies on Saturday, and the Denver Nuggets evened their series with the LA Clippers at 2 games apiece after an exciting Game 4 victory that featured an Aaron Gordon buzzer beater. So, as the Western Conference playoffs continue, we're seeing intense matchups, key players stepping up, and coaching decisions under the microscope, all in the battle to advance to the next round.